are definitely crazy.
Abandoning all ships, it's about to go down. No Titanic.
Welcome back, guys, to Not Expert Opinions. This is the podcast where we are experts at nothing and we give very good opinions.
Yeah.
So welcome back, thank you. I know it's been quite some time. We've been busy living life and doing life stuff. PERGY, what do you have to say to the audience?
I've been doing a lot of life stuff and it has been very epic.
Very epic. Actually, what do you have to say to the audience?
I've been doing a lot of life stuff and it's not been that epic.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't really been doing life stuff. It's just been very boring.
Hence we're back.
Yeah, hence we're back. We try to do life and it doesn't work out. Turns out life is not for us. So we're back to recording podcasts so you guys can live your life off of our life.
You know who wouldn't be able to live their lives?
Our sponsors.
Sure, we'll go with that. I was thinking more about the topic of hand today.
Oh, yes. Very, very good ingenuity, PERGY.
Yeah.
So, today's topic, thank you guys for coming back. Today's topic is going to be the, I'm sure you've heard about it, it's the Titanic Submarine. That's been, stirring up the news and social media and all kinds of stuff.
Ironically called the Titan.
It's called the Titan, yeah. The Titan Sub. So, PERGY, why don't you give the audience some knowledge on what's going on for those who don't know?
Well, let's see. The Titan submersible was essentially a submarine which was built by OceanGate, right? Which I hope I'm getting that right. Adji?
No, OceanGate is a great name.
Yeah, OceanGate. Yeah. So pretty much they have done a few dives down to the Titanic. They've done a bunch of dives beforehand, but it was never this deep. And they also had ideas of going down to the Challenger Deep, right? But then they disappeared.
Yeah, straight up just...
Why are you laughing? Like, is it a meme?
Well, other people think so.
So from what we've seen so far from the recent news, it seems like the crew has passed away.
They definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the odds are against them to the extreme. They're
odds are against them. They found the fucking...
Yeah, they found it. They're dead.
Yeah, they're dead. No,
they're dead.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tragedy. It is. Like, I personally do feel for the families and everyone involved. It's just very sad to see innocent lives being lost. Whether they're rich or poor, it is a human life. So yeah, like what are your thoughts on this, Adji? What do you think?
I think it's a really messed up situation. I don't know why they went down there in the first place.
Yeah.
You say it's some research, but I don't know. I feel like you can just have something unmanned go down there.
I completely get that, but here's the thing. Like I like the idea of a human presence being down there to see the actual things, right? But like the main issue I remember when the actual news came out. I remember messaging you guys being like, it's most likely that they imploded, right? But if they did survive, oh my god, would this be an epic story to tell? It would be equivalent to the Apollo 13 missions, right? Where they saved them from pretty much near disaster. But it was still when the actual news came out, I really was holding out for the fact that they could have hypothetically survived. But under that amount of pressure, I was like, nah, you can't survive that type
I
of
definitely
shit.
thought with today's technology they would have been able to find it.
Yeah.
So I had a little bit of hope, even though they're stretching out for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Right. So what you said is very true because we can actually do that. We can do these expeditions using today's technology. It's just so from what I've read personally, it seems that OceanGate cheaped out on some of the materials. So what do you think could have been done to avoid this whole tragedy?
No, I use carbon fiber for one specific thing. I think making a hull out of carbon fiber is it's very foolish because one, carbon fiber is it buckles under pressure, right? The thing is one thing is carbon fiber is super expensive, so I don't know why they use it in the first place, right? You could have gone stainless steel. you could have gone
Now, is that cheaper
titanium.
than carbon fiber?
It's cheaper.
Oh.
The stress, the only issue with with stainless steel and titanium is you have to refurbish it every time. After everything. I'm pretty sure, what's the guy who went? James Cameron.
James Cameron, yeah.
Yeah, James Cameron, Robert Ballard, both used titanium or stainless steel.
Right.
They had to refurbish it every time, right? But it worked.
That's
the main, most important thing. The thing about carbon fiber is you can't refurbish it that easily, right? You have to essentially rebuild the hull all over again, and that costs more money. And the thing is, like, they were doing deep dives beforehand, but they weren't going at the depths of the Titanic, right? Which is almost 2.3 miles down.
Jeez.
Right, which I don't know how many feet that is. I don't know how much.
So apparently it's 13,000 feet.
13,000 feet.
Roughly.
Yeah.
Which is 4,000 meters.
Yeah.
Which is 2 point something.
Which is like
Yeah,
6
yeah,
miles or something?
No. 6 miles is I think 6 miles is Mariana's Trench. 2.3, 2.4 miles is where the Titanic is. It's still very deep. You have 10,000 plus
Pressure.
points of pressure per square inch. It's the most hostile environment you would think of for a human being. So you should be spending as much money as possible.
Yeah.
Right? To make it safe. And it was clearly obvious. Like, there's so much news coming out on Twitter, right? Like about how, like, people were just cutting corners. And
Well, I don't think it was the people. It was the CEO, wasn't it?
it was the CEO, yeah. But there must have been, like, a bunch of people who were engineering this thing
100%. They were
who
like,
just kept their mouths shut,
Yeah.
right?
Of
The
course,
very
yeah.
few people who did, like, actively speak out about it, like, they got sued, right?
So they got sued by who? OceanGate
yeah.
for speaking about.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because that's not worth it, you know, like going
Yeah.
against a big company.
Exactly.
I mean, that's crazy. Maybe if you had listened, they would have actually survived.
They would have survived, yeah, for sure.
I mean, for those of you who don't know, the CEO actually partook in the expedition, and he passed away. He got imploded on.
Yeah.
And, like, it's messed up. That's not a way anyone should die, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a waste of human lives, in my opinion.
It's definitely a tragedy.
Yeah, it is. Like, other than the safety aspect, like, what else could have been done to prevent it other than safety? Like,
I mean, I think they should have known because most of the ocean floor is unexplored, right? Most of it. So, like, there's a reason why people don't go down there as much.
well, it's also because we don't
It's a
have
risk
technology,
involved.
right?
Yeah.
We have the technology. I just don't think that people want to
Yeah.
spend money on it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's fair, especially taxpayer
Yeah,
money, right?
Taxpayer money.
Well, I mean, this was a private corporation,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
even then, like, the government's not going to fund this stuff.
Here's the thing, right? Like, when it comes to this, the thing was this was a private company, which is actively searching. Like, it wasn't being, like, panhandled by governments, right? Like, things like NASA, for example, even like the Robert Ballard and why do I fucking forget his name?
James Cameron?
James Cameron, yeah.
The guy who made
He made an entire
movies.
movie about this shit, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure that they had some, like, government funding. I'm pretty sure, like, James Cameron had, like, the Russian government helping
He had
them
like
out.
$11 million or something.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit of money.
They spent, like, an equivalent amount of money, and even still, that sub wasn't useful after, like, a good amount of time. Right? You could only use it like 2-3 times before you bring it back up, and it's done. Now it's at a museum, right? So most subs that like go into the deep sea are unmanned because it is safer, right? So maybe unmanned submersibles could have been better, but the thing about, like, people who have the money to do exceptional things, they're gonna do it.
Trying to do it, yeah.
Right? One of the billionaires, I'm pretty sure he went on Blue Origin's like spaceship. They explored Antarctica.
Yeah, he was on Antarctica. Apparently.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if I'm wrong about this. I don't know if this man climbed Everest too, but I wouldn't be fucking.
I wouldn't be surprised if.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he peaked Everest as well.
He was very adventurous or something, right?
Exactly.
It was a Pakistani gentleman, right?
No, it was a different guy. One of the Pakistani guy was also a billionaire.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's ever had like the amount of chops that this man said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Street credit. Wow, that's incredible. I mean.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like this is one of those situations where, like, regardless if you're a billionaire or not, you should have been able to like realize this like group of people, they're cutting costs. They're skimping on things.
What are the odds they were even told this stuff? Like
they wouldn't have been told stuff, but you should be able to look at a fucking craft and be able to like see that it's not seaworthy.
Right, like when you get into the craft, for example, if you see an Xbox controller.
Exactly. I would be goddamn terrified.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, submarines did not have Xbox
Yeah.
controllers.
Actually, ironically,
It
most people.
It was like a Logitech.
It was the Logitech controller, but most subs actually do
use that.
Yeah.
Oh, see, so
which I never knew.
I didn't know that either.
But most of them are unmanned.
Ah, fair
That's
that makes
the
sense.
thing,
That makes sense.
right? Yeah, so it makes sense to use a controller for an unmanned like ship
Jeez.
or drone.
So, what do you think? Like, because these guys paid a lot to get onto that sub.
Yeah.
Where does that money go?
How much was that?
I think it was roughly like $250,000 per ticket, which is insane. First of all, just to
That's 250,000 USD.
USD.
Yeah, so that's almost like
That's a lot of Canadian money right there.
So they made over like $1 million on that.
Yeah. So where did that money even go to? Like,
Do you think the families got a refund?
I highly doubt.
I don't think so.
Who's
I
refunding?
mean, I
It's
hope.
not the CEO. He took us back to the grave.
But I feel like these guys trusted the CEO because it's a CEO's money.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're paying that price.
It's like you know, it's like Elon Musk getting on a plane. You know, he's not going to make a plane that's going to.
Yeah,
a spacecraft that's going to explode.
Yeah, but that's the
Like-
thing. Elon Musk has never been on.
Right, but I'm
any
saying,
of
I
like,
don't think he passed
spacecrafts.
training for that. Or he has to do
He
training.
does.
That too.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you know, like it's the equivalent of like a big shot getting on a product they made because they're confident in its survivability, right?
Here's the thing. They made dives to Titanic before.
100%, yeah. So
yeah, which
it
is
wasn't such
like even then I'm just like, holy shit, bro! Like y'all were doing some dumbass shit.
Do you
like,
think this
stuff.
is like just rich people being rich?
Kind of?
Yeah.
Like if you gave me the opportunity, like if the CEO was still alive, this man comes to me, he's like, yo, I want you on the sub, right? I'd probably say yes, but on the day of, when I see the actual submarine, I'd probably be like, the fuck is going on here?
Imagine paying $250,000 and you see a PS4 controller.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, I don't really know about this anymore. I think I'm just gonna.
You turn around, the door's locked.
Yeah.
Down. You're like, fuck. I don't want a refund.
But that's the thing. Like, there is confidence when a CEO is so eager to like be a part of it.
Right. It's just,
And
it's credibility, right? Like
exactly.
yeah.
So but it's still like I would rather go to space because I feel like it's so much safer.
It's safer in every aspect. You just gotta get past the G-force and you're good.
Yeah, that plus like if like something goes wrong, right? At least I get like a good 15 seconds to fucking put on a spacesuit and like
try to
put on like something to make my ass survive.
Yeah.
Right? When it's like even like 600 feet underwater, you're fucked. Right? I think the deepest dive that any human being has done is 600 feet. right? Anything
Just
deeper.
pure lung capacity?
Yeah. No. Like so most people who do very deep dives, right? It's okay until they're rising back up.
Because the
Oxygen normally builds up in their blood, so they have to stop every few hundred feet, right? To make sure that that there aren't any blood clots, right? From like bubbles forming inside like your blood vessels. So you have to carefully, slowly dive back up, right? When you're like 2,000 feet under, right? You're dead. You're straight up. You're gonna die. Yeah, you're gonna get crushed almost immediately, right? The only thing saving you is a pressurized vessel, right? And when the pressurized vessel is built on something like carbon fiber, you're gonna die. Carbon fiber under cold weather or cold temperatures stresses almost immediately. Yeah.
It's not very fun.
Yeah.
So, one thing that's been making me laugh are the memes. Obviously, this is not something you should laugh about, but some of these memes kind of wrote themselves, and I feel like the online community is taking to memes to kind of, make light of the situation. Like,
Nah.
Actually, what do you think, bro?
I think these guys are creative, bro. Like how quick they were to come up with these memes. Like, bro, you gotta be a genius for that type of shit. But I think it was kind of hilarious to a certain extent. But, it's also like, given the circumstances, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
But how can you stop the meme though?
Okay. Some memes just write themselves. For example, one of the guys who passed away, he had a stepson or something, right?
Yeah.
So the stepson was obviously the first day. He's like, guys, blah blah blah. My dad's there, whatever.
Was this the guy who was on a
concert?
Blink 182
Yeah.
concert?
So the next day, he's like, he's at a Blink 182 concert. He's like, this is what my dad would have wanted. I'm happy here. I'm like, bro, like, why did you even post this? Some memes just write themselves. So, like, is the online community being unjust?
Here's the thing, right? I feel like most people were like actively happy about the fact that like the billionaires have died, which is fucked.
It's pretty funny.
But you're completely disregarding the fact that there were two people on board
innocent
who were researchers.
They were actually benefiting man.
The only reason they were there was to research the Titanic. What fault do they have, right? It makes zero sense to be memeing about this. I can't imagine how this is gonna be a bad take, but fuck it. If 9/11 happened now, a bunch of rich people on a fucking giant ass tower, right?
That's a good take.
Yeah.
People would definitely not feel as sympathetic.
Yeah, imagine it happened
American
now.
soil.
Exactly. Imagine it happened now. People will be memeing the hell out of it. People meme about 9/11 now.
Still to this day, that happened 20 years ago?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
The memes are inevitable though,
Yeah.
It would have been more refreshing if it happened a bit later on. Right?
the 9/11 memes?
like the 9/11 memes.
15
right?
years after.
Yeah, because it's fucked that shit happened, but it's at that point it becomes this was fucked, but we can make a joke out of this because we've grown past it. We're better now, right? This was so fast, and I feel like it was exceptionally because of the fact that there were a few billionaires on there. Yeah,
right? Definitely.
And personally for me, I was like, when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? Oh, this is actually the most messed up shit I've ever seen in a minute, right? And Elon Musk recently made sure that I can't fucking look at my tweets.
Hey, don't piss off Elon. We're already getting comments right
now. One thing I can think it's kind of similar to is celebrities, how people view celebrities, kind of they already rich, they have everything.
Yeah.
It kind of comes with the game,
That makes no sense.
Since these guys were, if they weren't billionaires, you think they would have the same like reaction as they're having right
they'd
now?
be so sympathetic. They'd start praying and all this.
Yeah.
If it was like just regular people on it?
Oh
Yeah,
no.
it would be an actual tragedy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People would be like, oh, this is a huge tragedy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now it's just like,
Since
rich people,
billionaires, it's
right?
like like they're just spending their money for no reason.
It's just ironically stupid because like
Life is life, man.
I'm pretty sure like this guy wasn't the 2 billionaires who were in there or 3 whoever. What were they doing to make your life miserable to the point where you have to drop memes about this shit, right?
But also, it's the internet. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
People will always find some comedy out of a tragedy.
It's foolish.
It's not right. It's not wrong. I don't know what it is. I think it's just at the end of the day, Surface Valley is just funny.
One of the funniest things I've seen though is that the controller had like reviews on Amazon.
Yeah, I saw that.
the upkey's not working. Imagine, bro. Like, how did you even think of that?
It's such a funny and honestly horrific. But okay, so here's the $1 billion question: would you guys go on this submarine if given the opportunity? Prior to the knowledge that this thing was a shit show.
Prior,
so
without knowing,
you were just getting there. You just got a free ticket. You just got to the spot where they're about to go down, and you're like, "Wow, I'm so excited." Would you go?
I'd probably cancel last like second
If
if
you
I
take a look at it.
Yeah, the second I see it, I'd be like, "Yo, this looks like a bathtub. I don't want to I don't want to go in there." Right? I wouldn't even ask for a refund, bro. I'd just be like, "Yo, just give it to someone else." I'm so done. I'm not dealing with this shit. Yeah. If I had that type of money to drop $250,000, I'll go to James Cameron and be like, "Yo, can you just replicate the exact same thing, and I'll give you another $250,000. Hey, I'll drop even more, right?
That's fair.
Or I'll make it even easier to myself. I'll just go to Virgin Galactic or like fucking Blue Origin. I'll go to space. That's way
safer.
Yeah, it's way safer, bro. I get 13 minutes up in space. I'm good. I'm blessed.
Fair.
Yeah.
How about you, Andrew? Would you
They
go?
couldn't pay me to do it.
Okay, what if they were like, here's $100 million. All you gotta do is get in the submarine, go down, and come back.
100 million?
Yeah.
Oh, my family would be set though.
That's insurance. Lots of fucking insurance.
But you gotta come back alive.
What the fuck? They're gonna kill me down there.
I
mean, technically speaking, the 100 million would still be in your bank account.
Yeah.
No, but they say I'd come back up.
Ah,
The upkey's not working.
that's bullshit.
You're like, wait. You're like, right, down, left. Where's the upkeep?
Oh my god.
But honestly, yeah, it's like, we have privilege to laugh about these things, you know. But
Yeah.
people have lost their lives for this, and there's families mourning, right? So, honestly, my condolences to them, our condolences, and yeah, my hearts go out to them. I do feel for them. There's a kid who just lost his dad, right? Like, stuff like that. It's
And
quite
there's
sad.
also a kid who died with this death.
Yeah, there's a mother out there who just lost a husband and a son, and
Mhm.
you know, whoever, daughter, whatever. Yeah, it's sad, but I think there's a lot to be learned from this experience. Is if you're gonna build a submarine, guys, don't cheap out. Don't use carbon fiber.
Yeah, please,
yeah.
for fuck's sake.
And maybe
Use
get
it for
James
space,
Cameron.
bro.
Yeah.
Maybe send James Cameron an email before you get started. He might just show up with.
How many times has he
safety
been
net.
down there?
Like 32
like-
times or something.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Fucking
that's incredible. Why did they
Yeah.
just not think about maybe messaging the one guy on the planet who's done this 30 times?
Yo, you know what's like? They did.
And they're in the submarine industry. I'm sure they know about James Cameron.
Yeah. The thing is, James Cameron's actively like there were so many people who fucking spoke out against OceanGate.
Yeah.
They got sued every time, right?
Wow.
Like,
But what are they suing them for? Defamation?
I'm pretty sure there was shit that happened where it was essentially defamation, but they got paid out of court.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, well, I guess corporations still suck.
I think there's still tickets for OceanGate. Don't go.
Don't know. Like, if you got $250,000, maybe donate it to like your local podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to us.
Yeah, give it to us.
We'll-
we really need it.
We'll build a better submarine.
And guess what? We won't even go down. We'll just
Yeah.
We'll build it.
We'll build like those dolphin ones that jump through the water.
That'd be cool.
Y'all can have a real fun time on those.
You can make a good vlog out of it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that has been your local non-expert opinions.
Mhm.
Please subscribe and get those bells ringing. Thank you for clicking on the video. We really do appreciate you coming back. You know, checking out our stuff. I know it's been a while, but we're back at it. We're gonna be consistent and we're gonna be delivering quality content.
Another day, another Neo.
Another day, another Neo.